Hi and welcome everyone. I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. I'm so glad you've joined me tonight. We have got some fall inspired cards. You might wonder, interesting, because Sandy's been doing Christmas cards and other cards. Well, the reason for that is because the group that I'm in has a blog hop and I came up with a fall theme. So the blog hop will go live tomorrow, which is September the 15th. And I'll be posting a link, so no worries there. Now, make sure everything's working. We're working, yay! Okay. What else can I tell you? Oh, I don't know. You ever have one of those days or weeks or whatever where you're just plain tired? That seems to be me right now. So I'm glad that I'm doing this. Otherwise, I'd probably be sleeping. Hey, Elsie, welcome. All right. So, just before we get started, something very exciting is I have not done a class, since before COVID started. So now this is online, and it is our upcoming Handmade Holidays virtual retreat. I've never done a retreat, so this should be exciting. It is exciting. The ideas are just popping out of our heads. There's 3 demonstrators that we're getting together. There's 3 of us in total demonstrators, and we're getting together and making this retreat for you. So let's see. Oh, there's Claire. Hi, Claire. And hi, Julie. Yeah, tired. Well, I also had my grandson all day. As much as he was so fun today. Seriously. So very fun today. Anyway, I say we get started. We have our fall inspired cards to do. Now, the reason I have this out is I know we've used this before, but we're going to be using, there's a bug, sorry. Just before this, a spider came down and I'm like, no, you're not going to be in my video. You're just not. No spiders in the video. Hi, Valerie. Okay. And yep, Valerie, Julie, yep, I got y'all. I think I have everybody. I might miss the comments, sorry. Anyway, so we're going to use Thankful for You, and we're using Grateful, which sounds very fall themed. Card number 2, we're using some of these dies. And then the other thing is, I haven't used these before with you. These are the tailor-made dies, and pretty perfect right about now if you're starting to think I should get started on my Christmas things. These aren't just for tags. Like, you can make tags obviously and make little tags, but I happen to be using it on my one card as well. You'll see card number 2. So let's get started. I'm going to set those aside for now and bring in a little bit of stamping. Now I have already die cut these, so these are 2 identical of the I just said it, didn't I? Arg, of the tailor-made dies. I don't think I'm in the center. Anyway, so I'm going to take a chance, and normally, as you know, we would stamp and then cut, but because this is photopolymer, I'm pretty hopeful that I can stamp that straight. We shall see. Oh, hello, Elaine and Corinne from Saskatchewan. Lovely. Lovely. All right, so here goes. So I'm going to use Shaded Spruce for the background. Actually, I'm going to do 2, and you can tell me which one you like better. I had done these. This was actually with my dies, so I think this is, I think this is Soft Succulent. So it's not really what I was thinking. I think this is full strength, but I'll show you what I'm thinking. Okay, so Strength 1, Strength 2, Strength 3. This is a background, so I'm going to be using 3. Okay, so we're going to do that again. 1, 2, and 3. Just to have something on the tag. Okay, close that because you know what? Otherwise I will stamp right in it. So that was Evening Evergreen, or no, it wasn't. That was Shaded Spruce. I could read. So we used 3rd generation. I might have been able to get away with 4th. I don't know. So we'll see how this works. Now this is Basic Gray and the sentiment from the Sparkle of the Season stamp set. Now with this, we have a tendency with small stamps, I think more than large stamp, is to like press harder. Instead, press, don't, just don't. Open, hello Mary. Mary's joined us. Alrighty, so here we go. If we get that straight on the grid paper, this is the Stamparatus grid paper, by the way. I do get asked that question after the fact, going, hey, you used grid paper, what was it? Yeah, it's for the Stamparatus, but I like it for my desk. Okay, so see, that could have used, I think, a 4th generation. And here it is plain. Hopefully. I feel like I have too much ink in it. This is why I'm not using black. I inadvertently, I got all happy one day and I thought, I'm going to re-ink my ink pads. And I re-inked my Tuxedo Black Memento. And it's got too much, so it's actually really sloppy. So I have to, hang on. I didn't think I had the top of the stamp and I didn't. Okay. And here we go. So you can see the difference. I should have done a 3rd one. In fact, I thought I had a 3rd one. But I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna go with plain. That looks overstamped right there to me. Plain for this time. But we also have our opportunity for our little greenery, which I just set aside. And I did put my ink away. Can you move your work down? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm down further. Thank you. Hard to see. Oh, yeah, I'm way up too high. Good gracious. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, because I can't see the video when I'm doing this. And hang on. Yeah, it looks like my camera's up high enough that this little short person can't see above to see how we're stamping. So I hope that's better. Let me know if that's better. Gosh, I would hate for you to miss it. I'm just doing this video for myself. Okay, so we're doing the same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Yep, I like that. So this, which as you saw, I've already die cut. Thank you, much better. Good. As long as I stay down here. That's the one thing. You almost want to tape your desk, but I wouldn't do that. Actually, is that the right one? No, that's the soft succulent one. You know, I toss them aside like I do. I wasn't sure I was even going to use them. Oh, good gracious. Well, we might be using... Oh, no, there it is. Good Lord. I lose things right on my desk. Do you too? Like, it's always like, where are my dimensionals? I cannot see them, and they're right in front of me. All right, so we have those two. So we're just going to pretend, oh, look, we die cut that. It's funny how much bigger that looks than that, but it is identical. Alrighty. Now, this won't be a surprise to Julie because Julie saw this in our team meeting last night. This is a card made by Lee from our team, and it is super easy. And I asked Lee if it was okay if I used her, cased her card basically for my video, for one of mine. So here we go. And we're not, when she said last night, we're not scoring, I just about went, huh, what? We're not scoring the paper? We're folding it. We're going to fold the paper in half. I am going to put a little line there, though, with my bone folder. Alrighty. And this is no measurement either. Hopefully I'm in a good spot. Fold it down about an inch. Is that an inch or not? I don't know. It could be more. You can fold it down a little bit less if you want, a little bit more if you want. Okay, so in Lee's... Oh, wait. Let's start over. Okay, so our DSP is hand-penned. Look at that. I thought because of the cinnamon cider in here, I thought this is heading towards fall. What my idea of fall inspiration is to kind of go real easy and ease into it. So this paper is 4 inches wide by 10 1/2. Okay, so we folded it in half. We did use our bone folder there, and we fold it down about an inch. And the same thing, get her nice and flat. Now, next thing is our crinkled ribbon, and this is Whisper White crinkled seam binding. Okay, I'm going to show you the card that I made last night, as we didn't know what, it's a mystery card, right, in the meeting, so we don't know what's going on. And I have one, well, you'll see it. I had to make it sideways for a reason. You'll see why. Alrighty. And we're going to make a bow. Now, I was watching, I never say it right. Mitosu from England. That's Barry and Jay. I was watching them, and Barry was making a bow, and I'm like, he's doing it all wrong. And you know why? Because I do my bows left-handed. I know that sounds weird because you're thinking, well, what's the difference? There is a difference. I used to not be able to make bows. My sister's showing me, like, I can't do what you're doing. Oh, and the other thing I do when I make my bows is I have to make them upside down to hopefully get them to go right side up. So if you wanted to, you could just do a knot. You don't have to do it, depending on what ribbon you're using. I'm trying to get my ribbon to not fold over, but there's a trick we can use for that. Okay, so I'm just going to use little bunny ears. Oh, if I didn't say hi, hi Jen. And then fold under, or get your bunny ears through. We're going to do a little bit of pulling here because that's just so not precise. And you'll see in the card I did from last night, my other sample, I really had to manipulate that bow a lot because I'd already glued it down when I went, oh no, it's sideways. Where's my paper snips? Paper snips are on the desk where they ought to be. If you're shy about doing lives, by the way, just do what I do. Make a gazillion mistakes. It's okay. Oh, Jen's you know what? I was born left-handed, and way back when, my parents thought that people would make fun of me for being left-handed, so they forced me to be right-handed. But I always did, like, my scissors are left-handed. I throw a ball, catch a ball with my left hand. I think I've told this story before. Anyway, so, you know, that's what it is. Okay, so let's get this straight. This is the same color as the ink we used, which is Shaded Spruce. And all we're going to do is glue this on here. This piece is, we have two here, so we'll do both at the same time. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that may sound familiar to you. That is the size, the base card of our cards here in Canada and I guess North America. This piece of Shaded Spruce is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And the reason why I tell you, like, that sounded pretty specific and enunciated is because I don't type out the measurements. I said it. And you just gotta follow along. Replays are good because this is going to go onto YouTube and it'll be on my blog, but the blog will not go live until tomorrow at 8 a.m. with our blog hop, our team blog hop. Anyway, this was such a fun card. Like, it is so easy. Like, we're almost done. Seriously. It is so easy. Now, if you wanted to stamp this, let's say you were making a Christmas card or whatever, you could stamp Merry Christmas or something here. You could do something there, but this is a thank you card. Thus, I think I'm going to leave it plain. This is one of those cards where you could dress it up or dress it down. Oh, crud bunnies. There's my glue. Well, at least we're not going to see that right away. I don't normally self-glue my hands. Okay, I don't know if the video is still working because the comments stopped and I can't tell. And there's always that lag. Just centering this. Okay, so this is basic white, and this piece is 3 1/2. Let's get that straight as we can. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And check this out. That's where that goes. How easy is that card? Then all you need to do, you can take your sentiment. Now, let's see. Now, I could put this, say, underneath like that. That might look cute. I think that kind of looks cute. I could put a little bit of, see if I can reach the cord, which the drawer is open, so maybe not. But I can put a little cord on there to hold it. All right, so we got this. Okay, I kind of like that. I don't think it's really going to make a difference. Oh, thank you. I'm still on, hopefully still in the right spot. So that's the one I actually stamped. Okay, tonight that is, or well, earlier today. So let's do this. I am such a fan, by the way, of glue dots doing the work for me. You don't get sticky fingers doing this. So that can go there. And I'm going to, which is this? This is the baker's twine where you get 5 different colors. Hey, you, stay down. Why are you not sticking? Oh, you know why? Because the glue dot's not on there. It's still on here. Okay, let's press harder. Oh, thank you, Lila. It is just so simple. So simple. There. Now it will stay put. And then, so you can put whatever, like greenery or sparkles or whatever it is you want. Come on. Come on. Now my fingers aren't working. You, under. There we go. So what I will probably do after this is on is I'm going to take a glue dot and hold down this bow. Hold it in place. So go through there, go through here. And I like that this is on a roll because it can just go as wonky as it wants. I do not care. You know, we can go here and there and everywhere. And there we go. And then snip that. So I'm not concerned about the ends on this, in other words. That's where that story is going. Now, as promised, we're going to get another glue dot under here. And what I find is, use your take a pick tool. Lift everything up and just hide it under there. But we're not quite done because I was going to pop that up. I don't know if I can now. No, I don't have to pop it up. That is card number 1. Like, seriously, how simple was that? Little insert. It's a pocket, so the sides are open. How easy is that? Like, wow. That's card number 1. So I think we went through everything. Yes, we did. Oh my goodness. I'm going to set that aside because I will show you at the end the other card that goes with it. Okay, so to card number 2. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. I have my trim. This is what I was talking about. So this is one of these dies. This will be the largest one here. Oh, the one that I used on that last card was this size, the smallest of this side. And this is the cork paper. Like, it is so cool and so easy to use. Alrighty, that's for stamping, or am I stamping? I don't know. Get all my little pieces. Let's just fold the card base. Oh, look, I've already scored it. Thank goodness. This card is basic white again, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We'll just fold that. So I did use my, I'm not a big folder of cardstock. I have to have it scored first. You just get a really nice crisp line, which I really like. Now with this is also hand penned, as you can see the pretty side here, but because we're making a fall card, I think I was going to use it this way to make them look like little clouds. I cut 2 of these and I'll tell you why. And I cut this using, I always like to show you the dies. These guys, which are the, did I write it down? Probably not. Oh, dang it. Scalloped contour dies. I use the largest of them. Alrighty. So the reason why I did 2 of them is because I'm going to pop this up, and to pop up just a piece of DSP on its own, I don't feel that works. Like, it's too flimsy, and I don't want saggy cards. It seems a shame to cover up this beautiful, beautiful pattern, but this was the side I wanted for tonight. Okay, I'm just going to line these 2 up, and that will mean that I'm just going to put it on my desk and use my wiggle time to get it in place. In place. There. See, this says fall to me. Believe it or not, we're getting there. I actually have to look at my sample. It's been a while since I made it. Alrighty, so the dies I used for this go with the stamp set, which was, yeah, wake up Sandy, which was Sparkle of the Season. So this whole set is the Sparkle of the Season bundle. And this actually goes here too, but I have something in it and I wanted to show you one little thing. So there's my dies. When you have, this is the pearlescent paper. I would think I would probably do this with any paper, but it's pearlescent. And this is, once this comes out, you'll see how kind of fragile it is. So I'm just going to poke out all the things I don't want. You can pretty well tell what they are. And if you can't, you'll get them after it's out of the die. So because this, all the little doodads are falling out, because this is as delicate as it is, oh, a couple more. Come on. I'm using my Take Your Pick tool, and I see another one. I just want those out, and just going to be really gentle. So I just poke through. You see these holes here, or here if I'm in the right spot. I'm just going to poke that, and then you start the process of pulling it out of here. Just going to follow it around, and voila. And you might be saying, Sandy, you said in the last video that you were going to I have to move down again? I did it again, sorry. I really need that dotted line or something. Okay, is that better? I hope. Good gracious, thank you again. Is because this is going to lay across here and I don't want to have the adhesive sheet there and there. So let's start putting it together and then we'll finish. And well, actually we're going to do a little bit of heat embossing too, because I like heat embossing. I really do. Okay, so like I said, we're popping up this whole thing, and you know, sometimes I get it right the first time and sometimes I don't. Better? Oh, there's Jen. Hey, Jen. So card number 1, Jen, was the card that we made last night in the team meeting. I talked to Lee about casing her design, and she was like, yep. So I did. So I'll show that at the end. All right. Another good thing with your Take Your Pick tool. I always find I have to do this on an angle though, and I can never like put like 20 of these on. And one more. Oh, and one more. I always get one that is very uncooperative. There we go. Alrighty. So like I said, I wanted these to kind of look like clouds. So you could go this way. They look like waves. I'm going to go this way to have them look like clouds. This is like one of those things where you get to take artistic license. Okay, pretty good. All right, this is going to get glued down. So I would like to put the cord in first though. So this is the Simply Elegant trim. You get gold and silver, which I rather like. It seems like I really like silver, but it seems like I've been using more of the gold lately. I always forget which way this looks the best. Is it this way? Oh, better cut that or it's not going to go through. All right, off you go. And pull that through. Alrighty. So the trick is take this. This isn't going to stay as tight as I would like it to, so we're going to use a glue dot. And we're going to hold it down. And it's not stuck to my finger. Yay! And we can glue this down. We are coming together quite nicely. I don't know if you've used the cork paper, but it's lovely. Apparently you can stamp on it and heat emboss on it. I just haven't done it yet, which is kind of odd. I'm all for, you know, trying different things. Alrighty. That will stay put. Okay, now we get to put this on. Which direction this goes isn't really super important to me. So what I do though is I'm going to be taking a look at it and saying, let's see, and saying, okay, I can glue that one, that one, that one, and those. See if I can remember that. Hey Gail, welcome. We're on card number 2. So I will post the replay later after I've got this on YouTube and such. Hopefully those were the right ones. If not, we'll figure it out. Isn't that pretty? That's pearlescent paper. I believe that's in the annual catalog. All right, I think we're going to stop and do a little bit of heat embossing. Now, this is the pearlescent paper. Hope you can see that. So it's basically, it's got this beautiful sheen on it. I wasn't 100% sure you could heat emboss on it, and it turns out you can. You absolutely can. So use your embossing buddy. No, we don't sell them, but, oh, you know, I forgot my Versamark. Gotta move a light so I can reach. There we go. Okay, Versamark. And my, yeah, I put a blue stamp pad in it, or inked up stamp in it this time. Just say that one's, you know, not perfect. I don't care if this is straight. I hope it turned out though. Looks good. It's hard to see. I can probably see a little bit more than you at this point, but we'll see. Doesn't turn out, you know, I've got one waiting in the wings, right? I do. Like I said, I always say with this, you don't need to use the whole container. Oh, you know, I got my stamp on crooked. Oh, I have never done that. Where, yeah, there, get rid of that. I'm going to do it properly. Show you what I did and get that off my fingers. So when I put this on the block right before we started, I didn't let it rest. So I basically pulled it off the out of the stamp pad and didn't wait a second. Now that is straight. So what I had was it like, I'm going to overdo it, but I had it like terribly bent, not that bad. And I just inked up that. So let's do that again. Get her nice and straight, and on we go. There we go. This again, and Versamark again. Well, if you don't make at least one mistake during your video, you're very lucky, or you edit. I don't edit. You get the whole 9 yards, mistakes and all. The whole 9. Anyway, I don't know how to edit. Okay, it's too techy for me. Much better. I'll clean that up after, I promise. Take the lid. And I have my heat gun here. I'm going to heat it up a little bit. It's not going to do anything bad to the paper as far as I know, but I found heating it up first really speeds it up so you're not spending too much time on it. It's not the same as heat embossing on vellum, which is, you definitely have to heat up. So give me a moment. And there we go. So this is gold, by the way, gold embossing powder. It comes in a 3-pack now. Gold, silver, and copper. And that's all it takes. Now, I don't know if you noticed that. You see the paper started to warp a little bit. So now I know for sure. Tip is definitely heat it up first. Heat up your gun. And then bloop, look. Oh, look at that. There it is, cut out with those same dies we talked about earlier. So with the tailor-made dies right there, the little dude. Alrighty. Oh, we're so getting there. I'm just going to kind of lay it there, and you'll find out why in a second. Okay, so fall themed, yeah. I took we have this little paper pack called Rose and Gold and, what is it called? Gold and Rose Gold specialty paper. Actually, I have it right here. I'll show you the rose gold. So I did these little pumpkins in the gold. Ooh, memento. We'll find a sheet that's actually whole. So there's the rose gold. It's beautiful. And there's the gold. And it's the kind of paper where if you look, depending on what direction you look, it's like, it doesn't change color, but you know, it just looks different. So those are really nice. Now, one tip about this, when I cut it out with the die, which is this little pumpkin here, right, from the bundle. Because of the backing on the paper, I actually went over it probably 3 or 4 times, just like this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, just to make sure it came out really nicely. I also did some little leaves. So thankfully you don't have teeny tiny little dies. They actually put 2 dies on one, and you get these adorable little leaves, which are right here. And that's in the pearlescent paper as well. So clearly I've done some die cutting ahead of time. And put those back on so you don't lose them. That would not be good. So I have 3 pumpkins. And the reason why I'm laying this here is I want to place the pumpkins so it makes kind of sense, you know. Put one down there. Okay, and that could go maybe right there. Yep, okay. Now I am going to use glue dots, which are right here. What do you think so far? You're probably thinking, that's not a fall card, but that is Sandy's interpretation of fall. I do have the other cards to show you as well. I have 2 other cards actually for this sample. Go put it, yeah, right. I don't want to cover up that really pretty leaf right there. It seems a shame, doesn't it? Oh, this happens to me all the time. That this is the palette end. I don't know why. I think I've used and abused my poor tool, and I actually have 2 of them, believe it or not, but the other one I use for paper quilling. So let's see, yeah, we'll go right there, and then one at the bottom, and then the little leaves, and then yeah. So oh, and in case you didn't see my post, remember when I had that I had posted that I was so close to getting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that when I got there, I would do a draw. These are dimensionals. Anyway, I got there, and I did the draw, and I did post, and Kim C won, and we've been in contact, so she's getting a surprise giveaway. What is it? I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I don't know yet. Let's see. We'll go right about... No, I got leaves, so... It's funny, I thought I would do it this way, but no, it has to go the same direction as that as far as my little brain is concerned. Here's our teeny little leaves. Like, teeny. And yes, I am going to use a glue dot. You could glue them. You always have the option of using other adhesives. But, so one on the back, that's going to hold it down. And then one on the front is going to hold them together. That one I may have to... maneuver just a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. And yep, it sticks to my desk. Now my silicone mat is now in use for my quillings. I have something that I need to finish for. I'm pulling off some of the glue dot, maybe the whole back of it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, not maybe. I don't know. All right. And I'm not putting anything here, so those are strictly there to cover up the hole in the tag. So that is... That long-winded explanation is my card. I think I'll trim these a little bit. That is just a little too long. Now you're going to notice that I didn't put any additional bling on my card. I don't think it needs it. There's a point where, you know, enough is enough. And I think with the pearlescent paper and the heat embossing and the pumpkins, I think that's enough. What do you think? Now, I do want to show you something. Remember the paper we used, I forget when, but it's the bedazzled paper from Celebration. I did do a pumpkin in that, and like, check that out. Let's just pretend. That is super blingy. But you know what I couldn't see was the lines in the pumpkin, which is why I didn't use that. Okay, let's bring back card number 1. Tell me what you're thinking. They're like so very different, but to me, they're both fall. This is bugging me. I will fix that after the video, no doubt. All right, so let's bring in the card that I made during our meeting last night. So I love this paper. This is, I can't remember the name of it. It's got all the little pots and plants on it. And I love this side of the paper. And this side was bricks. Not knowing what the card would look like, so anyway, my card goes this way. So you can make this card this direction. There's no problem in doing that. So I might angle that a different way, but there you go. Oh, thank you, Elise. Elsie, why do I keep calling you Elise? I am so sorry. I've been doing that since how long? I'm sorry. Elsie. It's because I read things backwards, sorry. So that's our card from tonight. Now the only one I'm not going to show you is the card that's actually on my blog. So this was the original card that was going on my blog. And what I did is everything's pretty much the same, but I put a piece of vellum under here. Anyway, that was going to be the card for the blog hop. Tomorrow, you'll see the actual card for my blog hop. You'll see which paper I used. So there they are. There they are. That one I think I'm probably too high again. What do you think? You know, for me, like it's hard for me to cover the front of a card because I like the of the white, the shock of the white is like my favorite. So I just think I'm so happy with these. They turned out really well, and this for a card when we didn't know how it would look. Pretty pleased with that too. Pretty pleased. So let's see, I did tell you the winner of the giveaway. I did tell you to watch for details on our Handmade Holidays virtual retreat. Very exciting because it's going to be really special. What else? I can't tell you more now. Say no more. I do quote movies, sorry. And what else? Oh, okay, so the links to shop, to join, to my blog, where else? Well, that's pretty well it. Will be posted after the video, after I get it uploaded to YouTube. And blog post tomorrow, yep, at 8 a.m. And thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate your comments. I appreciate your shares. That helps this little business so much, more than you can imagine. I like your follows. Follows help. Likes, thumbs up, and subscribes on YouTube. That helps as well. So I do appreciate that. And I appreciate you taking time out of your evening to be with me for a little while and make some pretty cards. So anyway, I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Bye-bye.